Hey, what's up? It is Wes here, and we are going to talk about summer styling, my friends. Let's get into it. But let's get real. Let's get real with the summer styling. This conversation is for the majority of people who their summer style is it's hot. It's literally hot. The majority of summer styles really are, how do I make my body feel less hot? These are a couple of kind of like tricks that I will give the real person out there that's looking for like a real result on like kind of like how to do something that's easy. It's not gonna require a curling iron. It's not gonna require like 40 different tools. Like it's not gonna require like 15 hours and then you finally get to go out. Couple things that you should really understand whenever you're thinking about styling your hair. I wanna think of this almost like a really cool, awesome hack, right? So this is a little bit of a hair hack. And what I mean by that is this. There are really two types of places that we live in the summer, right? Like it is scorching hot in the summer, right? In the daytime, it's blaring. That's when you like naturally are like putting your hair up, doing the whole thing, like giving it the whole like moment just to get it up off your neck, you know, get it away from your face where you feel like you're sweating, the whole 9 yards, right? Then there's the evening. Now, the evening is when things start to chill down just like a little bit, right? It's also summer, so we're still feeling good. Like we might still want to kind of go out, hanging with our pod, going to a barbecue in the evening. Like, you know, there's lots of like nice things that are happening once the sun goes down and we got that kind of breezy kind of vibe going on. So that's when hair naturally goes down. So when you're putting your hair up, what I want you to think about is really simple. Number one, anytime that you pull hair back really kind of tight, the tension, if it is allowed to sit there for a while, will actually start to smooth the hair out. Now, I'm not talking about like that you're not gonna get like little bitty like angel hairs because of humidity. Like that just might be the case, and if that is the case, then I would opt for something that's anti-humectant. If you're a person who gets really dry, then I would really opt for something that's going to be great, like a really creamy kind of base. I would also recommend that you do this more on damp hair. If you are going to put your hair up when it is damp, a couple things that you really need to understand. Your hair is its most vulnerable when it's wet, so don't pick the like rubber brand from like the newspaper. Like there are softer ones that you can use. Definitely some really cool people out there that are like rocking like a scrunchie. And I think a lot of those people are rocking the scrunchie because, you know, they weren't around for the first generation of scrunchies. So if you kind of on the other camp where you're like, I did that. I've got the documentation of me in a scrunchie. You could use a scrunchie if you wanted to, and then maybe hide the scrunchie by wrapping a band around it. But anyway, you want to have enough tension that your hair is pulled back and secure, but you don't want so much like tension that you could actually break the hair. Like that's a no-no. Typically, when you're dealing with like hair that is a little bit finer, and that is not a shame word, just to let you know, I do not shame any hair type. I often refer to finer hair as like a silkier kind of texture. You get a lot of benefits from that texture, but it does have a tendency to not be as great once you get a lot of tension on it, so it can break easier. If you have thicker hair, sometimes that can be a little bit stronger and it can handle a little bit more tension. And oftentimes it needs a little bit more tension anyway, just to kind of lock it in. Pick the right thing to tie your hair up and back with. It's a tightrope, really. It's like, okay, I'm getting the security that I need, meaning that this is not gonna fall out in 5 seconds. And then the other side is really like, okay, well, I am like good to go and I'm not breaking my hair. That's your safe place. You know, just make sure that you're doing the right thing for the longevity of your hair. That is key. because summer will not last forever, and you will let your hair down eventually. So let's don't have rage. So anytime that you're pulling it back, like I said, you're gonna get all this kind of tension that's gonna smooth it out. You can use an anti-humectant product, you can use a cream product that will really help it. And so when you are smoothing the top out, you're kind of setting it and it's kind of smooth. This is awesome. The reason why is because here's the hair hack. You are going to do what is going to be perfectly manageable to endure the heat of the day, but you're also setting your hair to look good in the evening. Winner, love it, no blow dryer required. So you're pulling it back, all of this is gonna be smooth. So what I want you to be thinking about whenever you're thinking about like pulling it back is I want you to think about the smoothness and the placement of where you're gonna put your ponytail or your bun or whatever you prefer. So when you put it lower, then the underneath will not have as much tension, and so it will not be as smooth, right? Because it has less distance of tension to travel. This will all be very smooth. So from here down to here is gonna be a lot smoother, right? So that's really cool if you let that kind of sit like that, and then like you just take it out and it's kind of really pretty. Now, for people who have more texture in their hair, then what I would recommend is this. I would recommend that you can actually like pull it back either low or high, depending upon what you like and how much smoothness you want on top, but then take sections and do one and two things. Number one, you can break up the ponytail and twist them in opposite directions and then kind of wrap them around your head until like a little bun. This will smooth everything out, and when this dries throughout the day, you're gonna like unravel it in the evening and you're gonna get like nice little kind of movement. So you're gonna get something that's really smooth up here into a nice pretty kind of movement. Love that. That looks awesome, and it's perfect for going out, and it didn't require you to blow dry it at all. So I love, 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 love that look. Now, the other option is that you can braid it. And if you braid it, you're gonna get much looser kind of waves. So remember, the tighter and smaller the braid or braids, you're gonna get more kind of like, almost like a little zigzaggy type shape. And the more looser it is, you're gonna get more wave. So just remember that. So it's however you wanna play this game, but it's just one of those things that like, I think that most people have like experience to this who have like longer hair and have really like pulled it up, pulled it back, and then like they take it out in the evening and they're like, oh, this looks good. It does look good. And it's something that's really, really easy. So this is my hair hack if you have like longer hair. Another tip that I have for you guys, if you have like a lot of textured hairs, curls, coils, like all of that, let it go, rock it. Like, let it be big, let it do its thing. Like, it is summer. Like, you know, I think you can also like pin some of that up and let all the curls kind of hang out around here. That's gonna be kind of great. You can kind of create like a kind of a little nice G-bob shape on the hair. It looks sick. So I think just celebrating your texture and however it shows up for you in the heat, that would be my number one tip for texture to curly hair. Love that one. Now, what if you got bangs? Bangs are hard because if you're rocking them down and you get sweaty, how do you do it? So this is my little trick. This is my last summer trick. When your bangs are dry, what I want you to do is puff a little bit of powder onto a brush and comb it on the underneath. That way, when you have that little beads of moisture, the powder will absorb it. So this is gonna help you from looking too like piecey in the bang, from like it being like too kind of sweaty, messy. So that's a really awesome trick for all of you that just like are like, I love my bangs, I gotta have my bangs. I don't care that it's like 100,000 degrees outside, I'm rocking these bangs. This will give that like sweat something to kind of grab onto, and we'll keep it kind of a little bit fresher looking. I mean, we're not gonna get like the full fresh fall kind of like bow bang, but we're gonna get something that's a lot nicer. So hopefully these summer like tricks for you that are getting real out there, getting real about why you're pulling your hair up. And I just wanna help you kind of take it to that next level so that you can like rock it in the daytime and move right into the evening. Cool? Awesome. Bye.